this is Francisco Ruiz, the author of PassLok Privacy App, which has a new way to hide text in version 2.1.03. Here I'm showing you my lock, which we're going to try to encode into something that resembles normal text. So it might pass scrutiny maybe by an automated email scanner, for instance. In order to do this, we get the extra functions and click on text hide. Let's see what happens when I click on text hide. It has converted into a whole bunch of sentences. If I click again on text hide, I recover the original. Now, there are several ways you can do this. You go to options in order to select the type of text hiding. The one you saw is the change of words using a sophisticated Markov chain subroutine. And the person on the other end needs to have the same cover text, otherwise it won't work. Sentences is very similar, except that you don't have to have the same. Okay, so it works here. And if I switch to something else, this was the default. If I switch to Arabic, it still decodes, but it will not decode with the change method. The others are, for instance, words. Now observe that now I have Arabic selected. So if I click here, it turns into Arabic words. Now I don't understand Arabic, so I don't know if this makes any sense, but it does decode. Let's go back to default. Okay, you can see that it doesn't quite make sense because these are loose words, so it might be easier to detect. On the other hand, it's much shorter than the other method. And you need to have the right cover text selected, otherwise it won't decode. And finally, you have the spaces method, which encodes the text into the spaces of the cover text. It's hard to tell, but these are irregular spaces. Sometimes it's single, sometimes it's double. And the recipient does not need to have the cover text in order to recover this. Let me just select a different one. And we've recovered it. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I get all these different cover text in there? How did I get the Arabic and the Spanish and so forth? Well, let me show you. Let's say you want to use Chinese. So I go into Google Translate, I put a text, and I got a text in Chinese. It's the same as the default. I copy it with Control-C. And now I come here to Edit and paste it right here. That's all I need to do. Now the cover text has changed. So if I use, what was this? Let's use sentences. If I just click on text hide, never mind what this says. I can reset it. Nothing will change. Okay, this one won't work because Chinese does not have enough different sentences. Let's try words. There it is. It has turned into Chinese. And if I click here, I get it back. If you want to use spaces, I turn it into Chinese and I get it back. The reason why it did not work with sentences is that sentences requires that there be at least 12 different lengths of sentence. And because Chinese sentences don't have too many words, chances are that one of them or two of the different lengths was not fulfilled. So the solution for that, use a longer text that will have more variety of sentence length. Sentences and spaces can be read without having the cover text on the other end. Chains and words, you need to have the original cover text, or otherwise it will not decode, which might be handy in some situations. Now, Chinese did not make the list. How can I make sure that this is something I can use permanently? No problem. You come here and down, give it a name, say Chinese, and save it. Now it has been saved. So it's one of my options. I can go back to default, hide it, okay, and I can unhide, and now I can put it in Chinese. Hide it, and I hide it. So these are the text hiding functions of PassLok, and I hope that you enjoy this. Thank you.